battlefield was silent for a moment, but the silence did not last. Smoke rose high into the sky, black and heavy, covering the broken city like a blanket of death. Cries of pain echoed from the ruins. Fire burned in the distance, and machines of war lay broken on the ground. Among the rubble, a man crawled. His name was Daniel. He was a soldier of Earth, one of the few who had survived the alien attack that day. His uniform was torn, his face covered in dirt and blood. Each breath was hard, each step heavier than the last. Daniel's hand trembled as he pushed away a broken stone. Under it, he found something glowing. A small glass vial, filled with liquid that shined like blue fire. It was alive, moving inside, the glass like it wanted to escape. His tired eyes stared at it. He had heard stories of this serum. Soldiers called it the forbidden gift. Commanders called it alien poison. Rumor said it could give a human the strength of 10 men, the speed of light, and the power to crush an army. But rumor also said no one returned alive after drinking it. Daniel coughed, blood spilling from his lips. He was dying. He knew it. His wound was too deep. Without help, without power, he would never survive. He closed his hand around the vial. "Don't." The voice came from the shadows. A figure stepped forward. It was not human. An alien woman, tall, her skin pale silver, and her eyes glowing like twin moons. She was injured too, blood running down her arm. But she stood strong. Her face was filled with sorrow as she looked at Daniel. "Do not drink that," she said softly. Her voice was calm, but carried a warning, a weight of fear. Daniel lifted, the vial closer, his breathing hard. "Why? You fear me becoming stronger?" His tone was broken, but his eyes burned with defiance. The alien shook her head slowly. "No, I fear for you. That serum is not a gift. It is a curse. It was made for war, but not for humans. If you drink it, you will lose yourself, piece by piece, until nothing human remains." Her words hung heavy in the ruined air. Daniel stared at her, then at the vial. His hand shook. He remembered his squad, all of them gone, burned alive, crushed, under alien machines. He was the last one, alone, weak, dying. He thought of Earth, his family, his home. He thought of the war that never seemed to end. Could he really let himself die here, when power was right in his hand? The alien stepped closer. "Please, I beg you, throw it away. Live your final moments as yourself. Do not let that poison take your soul." Daniel laughed weakly. "Soul? My soul won't save Earth. Power will." He heard footsteps in the distance. Heavy, metallic. Alien soldiers were coming. Their armor clanked against stone, their voices sharp and cruel. He had only seconds. Daniel's body shook. His heart pounded, his vision blurred. He felt death close, breathing on his neck. He looked at the vial one last time. The blue fire swirled inside, almost calling his name. The alien woman's eyes widened with fear. She reached out a hand. "No, don't." But it was too late. Daniel pressed the vial to his lips and drank. The liquid burned like fire, tearing down his throat. His scream cut through the battlefield. His body arched, his veins glowing blue under his skin. The ground shook as energy exploded from him. The alien woman stumbled back, covering her face from the light. Daniel fell to the ground, gasping. His hands clawed at the dirt. His blood turned black, his muscles twisting. His scream changed into something deeper, something inhuman. When the light faded, Daniel pushed himself up. His eyes glowed bright blue. His wounds were gone, healed in seconds. His strength returned, greater than ever before. He felt alive, more alive than any human had ever felt. But there was something else, something wrong. In his chest, he felt a shadow moving. A voice whispered in his mind, cold, hungry, alien. The alien woman stared at him, her face pale. "You fool." You do not know what you have done." Daniel looked at his hands. His veins pulsed with blue fire. His breath shook. His mind screamed. But he smiled, because for the first time he felt powerful. The alien soldiers marched closer, their weapons ready. Daniel rose to his feet, his glowing eyes fixed on them. His voice was low, unnatural. "Let them come." And as the battlefield shook again, one truth was clear. Humanity's future had changed forever. The night was broken by echoes of battle, but inside Daniel's head, the world was even louder. His heart slammed against his chest, every beat, shaking his body like thunder. The blue fire of the serum pulsed in his veins, glowing under his skin like lightning trapped inside flesh. He opened his eyes. The world looked different. The smoke no longer blinded him. Every spark of fire, every drop of rain falling from the broken sky, he saw it all with unnatural clarity. He could hear, too, distant footsteps, the faint hum of alien machines, even the quiet heartbeat of the alien woman standing nearby. But with this new vision came terror. He saw shadows crawling under his skin like dark hands pressing from inside, twisting his flesh. Daniel gasped, clutching his arms. What's happening to me?" The alien woman stared at him, sorrow in her silver eyes. "The serum is inside you now. It is not only power, it is alive, and it will not let go." He staggered forward, his hands trembling, but the pain was gone. His wound, the deep cut that should have killed him, had sealed completely. His body was stronger, faster, and yet he felt a strange hunger gnawing at his chest. Before he could speak again, the sound of metal boots filled the air. Alien soldiers stepped into the ruins, their rifles glowing. They froze when they saw Daniel. His glowing eyes burned in the dark, his body surrounded by faint waves of energy. One soldier raised his weapon. The shot rang out. Blue plasma raced through the air and struck Daniel's chest. He staggered for a moment, waiting for pain, waiting for death. But instead, he felt the fire of the serum swallow the energy. His skin pulsed brighter. Daniel's lips curled into a smile. The alien woman whispered under her breath, "No, it begins." With unnatural speed, Daniel rushed forward. His hand gripped the nearest soldier by the throat, lifting him like a child's toy. He threw the body across the ruins. Bones cracked as it hit a broken wall. Another soldier fired, but Daniel was already there, ripping the weapon apart with his bare hands. The soldiers screamed, but they were no match. Daniel moved like lightning, faster than thought. He crushed armor, broke weapons, and tore through, the enemy with strength no human should possess. When it was over, the ruins were silent again, filled only with the sound of Daniel's heavy breathing. The ground was littered with broken machines and bodies. The alien woman stepped forward slowly, her eyes fixed on him. "You see now, power, yes, but it is not yours. It is the serum's." Daniel turned, his glowing eyes meeting hers. For a moment he felt rage. Why did she warn him? Why did she try to stop him? Could she not see this power could save Earth? But deep inside, another voice whispered. A voice that was not his. More. Take more. Destroy them all. He clutched his head, falling to his knees. His mind burned. He saw flashes, visions of himself but not himself. A monster with glowing veins tearing apart human cities, burning everything, killing both alien and human alike. "No," Daniel whispered, shaking his head. "I won't let this happen. I won't." The alien woman knelt beside him, her hand gentle on his shoulder. "It is not about what you want. It is about what the serum wants, and it always wins." Her words made his blood run cold. Daniel pushed her hand away and stood. "No, I am still me. I can control it. I will use it for humanity. I will win this war." The alien woman sighed, her face full of sorrow. So did the others who drank it. Do you know where they are now? Daniel stared at her, waiting. Her voice dropped, almost a whisper. Buried. Or worse, still walking but no longer human. Daniel's chest tightened. He wanted to argue, but the voice inside him grew louder, pressing against his thoughts. It laughed. It whispered promises. It told him that he was stronger than anyone, that humanity did not need saving. They needed a ruler. He clenched his fists, trying to silence it. But when he looked down at his reflection in a pool of water, his breath froze. His face was changing. His eyes glowed brighter than before, almost alien. His veins pulsed dark blue across his skin. His teeth sharpened, small but noticeable. He touched his cheek, his fingers trembling. For the first time since he drank the serum, he felt fear. The alien woman stood, her voice steady. This is only the beginning. Every day, it will take more of you. Every night, it will whisper louder. You may fight it, but you cannot win forever. Daniel turned away from her. His fists clenched, his jaw tightened. No, he said, his voice low, almost growling. I will not become a monster. I will prove you wrong. I will use this power to end this war. Humanity will survive because of me. But even as he spoke, he felt it again. That shadow moving inside him, curling around his heart like a serpent. The alien woman's last words followed him as he walked into the ruins, glowing like a torch in the dark. You think you still belong to humanity, but soon humanity will not belong to you. And in that moment, Daniel knew. The war outside was nothing compared to the war already burning inside his own soul. The night was quiet, but inside the human camp whispers moved like fire. Soldiers gathered around the tents, their eyes filled with fear. Some clutched their rifles too tightly, others avoided speaking at all. At the center of the camp, chained to a steel post, sat Daniel. His eyes glowed faintly, even in the darkness. His skin pulsed with thin blue lines under the surface. His head was lowered, but he could hear everything. The whispers, the fear, the doubt. He's not human anymore, one soldier muttered. He should be put down before he turns on us, another hissed. But he saved us yesterday, a third whispered back. Daniel opened his eyes, and the glow cut through the shadows. The whispers stopped. Every man felt it, the weight of his presence. He was no longer just Daniel, their brother in arms. He was something else, something they didn't understand. The chains rattled as he moved slightly. They were thick, made to hold machines, but he could feel how weak they were in his new grip. He could break them in seconds. The serum inside him hummed, daring him to try. Break them, show them your strength, make them kneel. Daniel shook his head, fighting the voice. No, not yet, he whispered to himself. But the soldiers around him stepped back as if they had heard. From the largest tent, the commander emerged. His face was old and scarred, his eyes sharp. He walked slowly, but his voice was heavy with authority. Daniel, he said, you have put this camp in danger. You carry alien blood now. You are a threat to us all. Daniel raised his head, his jaw tight. I saved you. I destroyed those soldiers. Without me, this camp would already be ashes. The commander's eyes narrowed. Yes, but at what cost? Look at you. Do you even know what you are anymore? The words cut deeper than any blade. Daniel clenched his fists, the chains groaning under the pressure. I am still human. I am still fighting for Earth. But the soldiers did not believe him. Their eyes showed only fear. Some lifted their rifles, aiming at him. The alien woman appeared then, standing just outside the circle of firelight. She had followed him, though no one had seen her until now. Her silver skin shimmered faintly, her glowing eyes fixed on Daniel. You see, she said softly, they already fear you. Your war is not with us. Your war is inside you. The soldiers raised their weapons at her, but Daniel shouted, his voice echoing with power. No, don't touch her. The camp fell silent. His voice was too sharp, too commanding, not entirely human. The men lowered their guns slowly, but their fear grew. The commander's eyes darkened. You protect her? An enemy? She is not my enemy, Daniel growled. She warned me. She knows what this serum does. The alien woman stepped forward, her gaze steady. And you know I speak the truth. Already your people do not trust you. Already you stand alone. Daniel's chest tightened. He looked at the soldiers, men he had fought beside, men who once called him brother. But now their faces showed only mistrust. The voice inside him whispered again, louder this time. They will never accept you. They will always fear you. Break the chains. Show them who rules. Daniel squeezed his eyes shut, fighting it, but his body shook with rage and power. The chains groaned louder, bending under his grip. The commander stepped back, his hand moving toward his sidearm. If you break free, I will kill you, Daniel. Do not test me. And then it happened. The serum surged inside him, flooding his muscles with raw strength. The chains snapped like thin wire. Daniel rose to his feet, towering, glowing veins crawling across his arms and neck. His eyes burned blue fire. The soldiers stumbled back in terror. Rifles clicked. Fingers hovered on triggers. Daniel looked at them, his voice deep, unnatural. I don't want to fight you. But no one moved. No one lowered their guns. The alien woman whispered, her voice like wind in the flames. This is the betrayal. They will never see you as one of them again. The first shot rang out. A bullet tore through Daniel's shoulder. He staggered, not from pain, but from shock. His wound closed in seconds. His skin burned brighter. The camp erupted in chaos. Soldiers fired. Bullets flew. But Daniel's body absorbed them, feeding on the energy, making him stronger. He roared, his voice shaking the ground. In a flash, he disarmed one soldier, throwing him across the camp. Another he pushed aside like a child's toy. The others fled, their courage broken. When the dust settled, Daniel stood alone in the center of the camp. Broken weapons lay at his feet. Soldiers lay groaning on the ground. The commander aimed his pistol at Daniel, his hand shaking. You are a monster. Daniel's eyes narrowed. For a moment, the voice inside urged him to finish it, to crush the commander and end this fear forever. His hand twitched. But then the alien woman spoke again, firm and calm. If you kill him, there will be no turning back. You will be theirs no longer. You will belong only to the serum. Daniel froze. His breath came fast. His hands shook with rage. He turned away, refusing to give in. Without another word, he walked into the night, leaving the camp behind. Soldiers watched him vanish into the darkness, their fear now a legend that would spread across every human camp. The alien woman followed him silently. She knew what he did not want to admit. The first betrayal had begun, not by him, but by those he once called his own. And deep inside, the serum laughed. The forest was silent, but Daniel's mind was not. Every step he took shook with the whispers of the serum inside him. The voice laughed softly, a sound only he could hear. It told him he was powerful now, told him he could crush entire armies if he wanted. But Daniel clenched his fists and pressed on. He did not want to listen. The alien woman walked beside him. She moved quietly, her silver skin glowing faintly in the moonlight. She had not spoken for hours, but Daniel could feel her eyes on him, watching, waiting. Finally, he broke the silence. Why are you following me? His voice was low, heavy, almost growling. Because, she said calmly, you cannot see the truth alone, and if you do not face it, you will destroy more than you know. Daniel frowned. Truth? All I know is that I am stronger now. I can fight. I can save humanity. That is what matters. Her silver eyes glistened. No, you are blind to what this power really is. Come with me. I will show you. Daniel hesitated. Every instinct told him not to trust her. She was alien, the enemy, yet a part of him, deep inside, beneath the fire of the serum, wanted to hear her words. She led him through the broken forest, past ruins of machines half buried in mud, past skeletons of both human and alien alike. Finally, they reached a cave. Its walls were black stone, but symbols glowed faintly on the surface. Alien writing, ancient and sharp. Daniel paused at the entrance. What is this place? The alien woman's voice was soft, almost reverent. The archive, a place of memory. My people built it long ago, before this war, before your kind even left Earth. It holds the truth of the serum. They stepped inside. The air was cold, heavy with dust. Strange crystals lined the walls, glowing faint blue. As they walked deeper, visions flickered across the stones, images of battles, alien faces, and glowing vials like the one Daniel had drunk. The alien woman stopped before a massive wall of symbols. She raised her hand and the stone lit up. A vision filled the chamber. Daniel saw an alien city, tall towers reaching into the clouds. He saw soldiers, her kind, drinking the serum. Their eyes glowed, their bodies transformed, their strength beyond measure. At first they fought with pride, destroying enemies with ease. But then, the change came. Their faces twisted, their voices grew monstrous. They killed not just enemies, but their own people. Whole cities burned under their hands. The serum had given them strength, but it had stolen their minds. Daniel stumbled back, shaking his head. No, this isn't real. The alien woman turned to him, her voice sharp now. It is real. We made the serum. We created it for war, but it was not meant for you. It was meant to destroy us from within. And now, your kind has taken it, believing it a weapon of salvation. Daniel's breath came fast. His chest burned, as if the serum inside him recognized the truth. He clutched at his ribs, falling to his knees. You're lying. It gave me power. It saved me. Without it, I'd be dead. Yes, she said softly, kneeling beside him. It saves you, for now. But every moment it feeds on you. Every second it takes more of your humanity, until there is nothing left. Daniel's vision blurred. He saw flashes again. Visions of himself as a monster tearing through human armies, crushing cities, leaving nothing alive. He shook his head violently. No, I will not let it happen. I can control it. Her eyes softened, filled with pity. So did the first of my kind who drank it, and the second, and the third. They all said the same words. Do you know what became of them? Daniel's voice cracked. What? They became the enemy. They became the war itself. And when we could not kill them, we buried them in the dark, hoping the serum would sleep with them. But somehow it has returned. The cave trembled as if the very truth was shaking the ground. Daniel staggered to his feet, his eyes burning with blue fire. No, humanity needs this power. Without it, we cannot win. We cannot survive. The alien woman's face hardened. If your people use this serum, they will not survive. They will become worse than us. They will lose everything. Your Earth will burn, not by our hands, but by yours. Daniel's hands shook. He wanted to deny her, to scream at her, to call her a liar. But deep inside, the voice of the serum hissed, louder now, almost joyful. Yes. Burn it all. Take it all. They will bow before you. Daniel pressed his palms against his temples, shouting, "Shut up! Leave me alone!" His roar echoed through the cave. The crystals flickered, dimming under his voice. The alien woman did not move. She only watched him, her eyes filled with both fear and determination. You see now, the truth is not that you have gained power. The truth is that you have become the weapon. The question is no longer if you will destroy. The question is only when. Daniel stood trembling, sweat dripping down his face. His breath came heavy. He looked at his hands. Hands that once carried a rifle, hands that once belonged to a soldier. Now they looked like claws of energy, glowing veins crawling across his skin. For the first time, Daniel felt the weight of what he had done. The serum had not saved him. It had chosen him. And in the dark cave, surrounded by visions of alien ruin, Daniel realized a terrifying truth. The war between humans and aliens was nothing compared to the war he was now carrying inside. The forest was dark, but Daniel's mind was darker. For days he had walked with the alien woman, but now he began to avoid her eyes. Every time she looked at him, he felt exposed, as if she could see the thing crawling inside him. At night, when the fire burned low, Daniel closed his eyes and tried to rest. But sleep no longer brought peace. It brought visions. He saw cities burning. He saw himself standing over piles of bodies, some alien, some human. He saw his own hands dripping with blood, claws instead of fingers, veins glowing like fire. And always in the visions he laughed. Each time he woke, his body was trembling, his chest burning with the serum's energy. His breath came in sharp growls, not words. He feared the sound of his own voice. One morning he found himself standing in a river, the water red around him. Fish floated lifeless at his feet. His hands were stained, though he did not remember killing anything. His reflection stared back at him from the surface. The face was his, but not his. His eyes burned brighter, his jawline sharper, his skin crawling with strange blue lines. The alien woman appeared behind him, her voice calm but heavy. "You are losing yourself." Daniel turned, his eyes wild. "No, I can control it." His voice cracked deeper than before, like two voices speaking at once. She shook her head slowly. "Control is slipping. The serum is not just inside you, it is becoming you." Daniel's fists clenched. He wanted to argue, to shout, to tell her she was wrong, but he remembered the blood in the water. He remembered the visions, and worst of all, he remembered the moment last night when he woke with his hands around her throat. He had not squeezed, but the intent had been there. The hunger had been real. She still bore the faint marks on her silver skin. "Why didn't you stop me?" he asked, his voice breaking. Her eyes were sad. "Because you still hesitate. As long as you hesitate, you are still human. But when you stop, when you accept it, there will be nothing left to save." Her words dug deep. Daniel turned away, ashamed, but inside, the voice of the serum laughed. "She lies. You are not a monster. You are more. You are evolution. Humanity is weak. You will make them strong. By force." Daniel pressed his hands to his head, shouting, "Get out of me!" His scream shook the trees, birds flying from their branches. The alien woman watched silently. She knew the battle was no longer between humans and aliens. The true war was inside this one man. That night, the test came. They were ambushed by a group of alien scouts. Blades of light cut through the darkness, plasma fire tearing the ground apart. Daniel's instincts roared. He felt the serum surge, inside him begging to be unleashed. The alien woman shouted, "Run! We can hide!" But Daniel did not run. He leapt forward, faster than any eye could follow. His hands ripped through armor, his strength tearing metal like paper. The air filled with screams as one by one the scouts fell. Plasma shots struck him, but his body absorbed them, glowing brighter with each hit. When it was over, the ground was painted red. The bodies lay broken, their weapons scattered. Daniel stood in the center, his chest rising and falling. His mouth was wet, the taste of blood heavy on his tongue. His hands shook, not with weakness but with hunger. He turned to the alien woman, his face twisted. His eyes were no longer just blue. They were sharp, alien, glowing like fire. Her voice trembled. "Daniel, what have you done?" He looked at her, breathing hard. For a moment he could not answer. The serum's voice spoke for him. "More. Kill more. Feed me." Daniel fell to his knees, clutching his head. "No, I didn't mean to." His voice cracked, but the growl beneath it was growing. The alien woman stepped closer, her eyes wet. "You are slipping. If you do not stop, soon there will be nothing left of you. Not Daniel, not human, only the monster." He stared at his hands, stained and trembling. He remembered the soldiers at the camp who had called him a traitor. He remembered their fear. Now he understood. They had seen what he was becoming before he did. Tears burned his eyes, but they glowed blue as they fell. He whispered, almost, to himself, "What if the monster is all I am now?" The alien woman reached for his arm, her voice steady. "Then you must fight harder, because if you lose, Humanity will not survive you. The words struck like a blade. Daniel looked at her, his jaw shaking. Inside, the serum whispered louder, hungrier, promising power, demanding blood. And for the first time, Daniel was not sure if he could win. The battlefield stretched far across the valley. Smoke rose like dark towers, and the sky glowed red with fire. Alien ships hovered above, their weapons glowing. Human tanks and soldiers stood ready below, their faces grim. The final battle was coming. Daniel stood on a hill overlooking it all. His eyes glowed brighter than the burning horizon. His body pulsed with blue fire, veins crawling like lightning under his skin. He no longer needed weapons. He was a weapon. Beside him, the alien woman watched silently. Her silver eyes carried sorrow. She knew what was about to happen. She had seen it before in her own people. The serum, choosing, twisting, consuming. Look at them, Daniel muttered, his voice deep, layered with something inhuman. They prepare to kill each other, and yet neither side sees the truth. The real power is me. The alien woman shook her head. You are not power. You are the storm that will drown them both. If you join this battle, no side will survive. Daniel clenched his fists. The serum inside him whispered louder than ever. Choose no side, destroy both. Claim the world. Humanity and aliens alike will kneel before you. He shook his head, growling. No, I can still save them. But his words sounded weak even to himself. Below, the battle began. Explosions tore through the valley as humans fired rockets and plasma bolts rained from alien ships. The ground shook, screams filling the air. Both armies charged, colliding in fire and blood. Daniel's chest burned. He could feel every death, every scream, feeding the serum inside him. His hands trembled. The hunger was unbearable. The alien woman touched his arm. Daniel, listen to me. If you go down there, you will not stop the war. You will become it. He turned on her, his glowing eyes fierce. And what do you want me to do? Watch them slaughter each other? Let humanity die? Let your people burn? No, I can end this. I have to. She stepped back, sadness heavy on her face. Then end it, as a human, not as the monster you are becoming. But Daniel no longer listened. His body surged with power, his voice deep as thunder. If they will not stop, then I will stop them all. With a roar, he leapt into the valley. The soldiers on both sides froze as he landed between them, the ground cracking under his feet. His glowing body shone like a beacon, brighter than fire, brighter than the weapons around him. For a moment, there was silence, then chaos. Human soldiers raised their rifles. Alien warriors lifted their blades. Both sides shouted the same word, "Monster!" They opened fire. Plasma bolts, bullets, rockets all slammed into him. But instead of falling, Daniel absorbed it all. His body pulsed brighter, energy flooding through him. He laughed, a sound that chilled both armies. With a sweep of his hand, he unleashed a wave of blue fire. Tanks melted. Alien walkers shattered. Dozens fell on both sides. The battlefield froze in terror. Neither humans nor aliens had seen such power. The alien woman cried out from the hill, "Daniel, stop!" But he did not stop. The serum had taken control. He moved like a storm, tearing through weapons, crushing soldiers, leaving only ruin. Human commanders screamed orders, but their voices shook. Alien leaders called for retreat, but there was nowhere safe. Daniel's voice boomed across the valley. You fight for survival, but you are blind. You will destroy each other, so I will destroy you, both of you. The alien woman ran down the hill, her heart pounding. She pushed through fire and bodies until she reached him. Her hands grabbed his arm. Daniel, listen, this is not you. You are not their enemy. You are not our destroyer. Fight it. For a brief moment, his eyes flickered. The blue glow dimmed, replaced by human pain. His jaw trembled. I don't want this. But Then the Serum's voice thundered inside him, overwhelming. You are not Daniel, you are the end. Humanity belongs to you. The galaxy belongs to you, he roared, flinging her aside. She crashed into the dirt, coughing. Her silver eyes widened in horror. She realized the truth she had feared from the beginning. Daniel was no longer choosing between humans and aliens. The Serum had already chosen for him. The war was no longer human versus alien. It was now human and alien versus the monster they had created. As the armies pulled back in terror, Daniel stood alone in the center, glowing like a god, his laughter echoing through the valley, and deep inside the last piece of his humanity slipped away. The valley burned. Flames licked the sky, smoke choked the air, and bodies, human and alien, lay scattered across the battlefield. But none of it mattered because in the center stood Daniel. He was no longer a soldier. He was no longer a man. His body glowed with unnatural light, veins of blue fire crawling across his skin. His eyes burned like twin suns, cold and merciless. The Serum had changed him completely. On the hill, the alien woman struggled to her feet. Her silver skin was bruised, her body weak, but her spirit had not broken. She stared at Daniel with tears in her glowing eyes. Daniel, she cried. Her voice shook with desperation. Listen to me, you still have a choice. You are not gone yet. But Daniel did not answer. He stood motionless, his gaze sweeping across the battlefield. Humans shouted in fear, retreating. Aliens cursed, pulling back. Both armies, once enemies, now feared the same thing, him. The Serum's voice thundered inside his skull. They hate you. They will never accept you. You are no longer theirs. You are mine. Finish them. End this war forever. Daniel's fists clenched. Energy burned around him like a storm. For a moment, he wanted to obey. He wanted to unleash everything, to end both sides and rule the ashes. But then, faintly, another voice broke through. His own. Whispering. Weak. Fragile. Don't do this. Don't let it win. The alien woman stumbled closer, her hands trembling. Daniel, I know you can hear me. You are still in there. Remember who you are. Remember why you fought. Her words cut through the fire, but the Serum roared louder. She lies. She is afraid of you. Crush her. Prove you are more than human. Prove you are beyond alien. Daniel raised his hand. Power swirled, enough to tear the ground apart. The alien woman stood still, her silver eyes locked on him. She did not move, did not run. If you must kill me to prove yourself, she whispered, then do it. But know this, if you destroy me, you destroy the last part of you that is still human. Daniel's hand shook. His glowing eyes flickered. The storm inside him raged, tearing him in two. Memories flashed. His squad, his commander, the human camp that had betrayed him, his own reflection in the river, twisted and alien. The screams of soldiers, human and alien, dying by his hands, and then a memory of before. Home, his mother's voice, the sound of laughter. The earth he wanted to save. Daniel fell to his knees, clutching his head. His roar echoed across the valley, a sound of rage and pain. The energy burst outward, sending shockwaves that knocked soldiers from their feet. The alien woman ran to him, kneeling at his side. Fight it, Daniel, you are stronger than this. For a heartbeat, his glowing eyes dimmed. His voice cracked, broken and raw. I can't. It's too strong. She gripped his hand tightly, her own body shaking. Then let me help. You don't have to fight alone. But the Serum screamed, furious. No, you are mine. Daniel's body convulsed. The ground split beneath him. Blue fire erupted into the sky. The armies watched in terror as the man they once knew became something godlike, something unstoppable. The alien woman cried out, Daniel! For one final moment he looked at her. Human pain flickered in his eyes, mixed with alien fire. His lips moved, whispering words that barely reached her ears. Forgive me. And then the light consumed everything. The valley shook like the world itself was breaking. Fire swept across the battlefield. Humans and aliens alike screamed, their armies scattering. The light rose higher, swallowing the stars themselves. When it faded, silence fell. Where Daniel had stood, only a crater remained, burned, broken, lifeless. No human, no alien, nothing. The alien woman staggered to her feet, her face pale with grief. She whispered into the wind, "He is gone." But deep inside, she felt it, the serum's presence still burning, still alive. Daniel's body was gone, but his power was not. It had not died, it had only changed. She looked toward the horizon where Earth lay waiting. Her silver eyes filled with dread. Humanity thought they had lost the war against aliens. But the truth was worse. Humanity had lost itself. Because the monster they feared most was not alien and not human. It was Daniel. And somewhere, in the silence of the stars, his voice whispered once more, "Humanity belongs to me.